babies, I think I'm gonna love you for a long, long time. The Miss Linda Ronstadt with that golden voice of an angel, man, singing to us here in flight in the middle of the night, right here on the Hazy Radio Network with a Coyote Medicine Show. You betcha, babies. Yeah, I want you to kick back on this flight, relax, unfasten your seatbelts if you've been dumb enough to leave them on. This is one smooth airline. We don't know what turbulence is, baby. It does not exist in our reality, man. There is no such thing as turbulence. We just fly along in one smooth arc curving line, man, and we just have a great time. We party down with our friends the whole time we fly through the night. We share movies and stories, and we gather around the campfire in the center of the plane, man. And, you know, we share cocktails and marijuana, and, you know, we just become highly intoxicated and greatly enlightened as we proceed through the night on this big old flight. And what are we intoxicated on, babies? Love. L-O-V-E. That sweet stuff that grows from your heart, man. And you think it gets you in a lot of trouble, so you try to deny it because you're just madder than hell because it never works out, blah, blah, blah. Well, cry, baby. Get off your high horse, get on your low one, babies, and find out what's really going on. We've set you free tonight. You've come to that point. And when I say we, I mean the team here, and it's been a good one, man. And we've worked consistently through your history to bring this correction forward. And now, humanity, of course it's up to you, but it's no big burden or responsibility. Hell no. It's a blessing. We all usher you into the grand halls of glory, and everybody's happy. You know what I mean? It's basically that. There's a little bit of cleaning up and washing out to go. I mean, you know, we got some filters to drop. We still got some more to go. It never does end, babies. But it goes on, but it gets to these steps where, wow, then all that's divine becomes really, really apparent. And you no longer live there in that blind and dark place whatsoever. You know, you're released tonight to heal inside everything that's not been right. Everything, you know, and you're in that process right now. You know, there is a giant exodus of the planet by certain draconian beings and their reptilian henchmen. God bless them all, man. They know they've been a great service to us here. They've done a right job for us, but goodbye, Charlie, you know, and we'll see you when we see you, babies. You know, we are love. They are, in essence, our children, our brothers and sisters, too, so we got to love them. That's why we allowed it. That's why we came here to reformate them, and babies, we did it. We brought them out of it. You know, I don't know how many of you remember the horror of flying in long, long, long time ago and seeing what the reptilians did when it was their place of being. Holy guacamole, man. There was no way we could tolerate such an existence. Why do you think their bones exist in the sandstone and stuff now? You know, they were completely wiped out, indeed. Just shut down. The whole operation, it stank to high heaven, man. I won't even go on to describe the horror there, but it was, you know, it was much worse than what we've been through, much, you know. But we had a great big old confab up there in the sky, which is really inside of Mother Earth's heart, and we decided amongst ourselves, all of us, I mean, it was a community confab. We don't have committees of 1 and 3 and 5 and 7 and 10 or whatever making decisions for us. No. We all get together and dream this stuff together, and we kind of assemble it the way you would a painting or a picture puzzle or something like that. We just come up with all these ways and means of dealing with these things, and, you know, gradually the consciousness evolves, and we go through these waves, kind of like water and ripples and stuff. This one pole's this way, and we explore, no, and then we come back, no, and then we come back to, until we find what we think is the ideal way, and then we're flowing in that direction. That's how we really truly live life. And we design it this way, you know. It's a community effort always. That's why the idea that any individuals here can be left out is superfluous at best. At best superfluous. We're all one. Don't you get it? See, you're so stuck in judgment. Still, you don't even understand. You know, you're so enlightened. You're filled with such sweet love that you can make a living at it. That's pretty damn good. You know, I don't even do that. I make a life of it. It's a little different. It's a lot more fun too. But even at that, you know, you never quite get it right. Why? Because you're looking down your nose at yourself, and then you got to project that onto somebody else, and you think yourself a little holier, and boy, you sure wish that son bitch get up out of the mud and get with it and be like you, right? Happy as a clam, right? Yeah. How many wives you say you've been with? How many kids you got? Where'd you get fired from? For what? Wow. What would I find out if I did a search about you on the internet? Oh, man. I mean, you know, it's ridiculous. Anybody, you know, to look down their nose at anybody, because everybody's got some horrible skeletons in their closets of one sort or another. We're human beings. We make mistakes. We do stupid things. And sometimes other people are watching. And sometimes you're afraid of what they might say to other people because they know what you did. You know, I mean, gosh. You know, that kind of crap's over with too, babies, because, you know, anybody that tries to pull one on you's probably got 10 that are darker and uglier than you are, and you just take a look at their background, stands right there along with them, you say, oh wow, what about that and that and that, man? Shit, you got to be kidding me. Go away. See, we're all in it. And the other thing, the purifying part of it is, most of this activity has been like a basis of love, a search for love, whether we knew it or not, you know, whether we were just as callous as hell about it and went through our men and women like so many cocktails, you know what I mean? It didn't matter how we really lived it. And it even seemed like a desperate search for love in many cases, in most cases. Desperation, baby. And so then, you know, desperation fuels a desperate love, man, and it's always in trouble. See? That's what's happened to the subsequent generations since mine, you know. Instead of like a basis of love, it rapidly became, after about the 70-somethings into the 80-somethings, I don't know, I can't give it a date, but somewhere back in there, it became like a threat. And you had to deal with a threat. It wasn't love anymore, it was a threat, you know. It's nuts. Nuts. Love is love. You don't need marriage to prove it, and damn sure do not need to restrict. I mean, you think about this. If you love a person, a thing, an animal, a tree, a plant, the whole creation, what are you going to do with that love? Are you going to say, oh, you can't, oh, you, no, 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 no. You're going to be afraid all the time and hold it back and retrain it and restrain it and make it hurt because it can't do what it needs to do? Are you going to love it enough to train it in a good way and set it free? Do the best you can with what you got and set it free and see what happens. That's exactly what we've done with ourselves here. You know, we have done that. And then we've come back because you know, we're fallible. We make mistakes. We come back to make the mid-course corrections. And we went back, and I'm telling you, we made those. You know about some of them. I'll reveal a lot of them. I told you get facts and figures here, and you'll get them. You're getting them already, but you will get facts and figures here. It comes from a ways back, man. Boy, it's amazing stuff. But we just chose to go through. This is the one part of realization you got to see, you know, that this was a loving choice of ours. It redeems you of everything that ever happened. This was a loving choice of ours to endure this kind of torment, to exhibit this kind of behavior towards one another, which was completely abhorrent to us. I mean, an alien to us. Alien. I mean, we didn't even know what it was. I guess that's why we so easily agreed to it, because we never would have had we been somewhat conscious of it. To be quite honest with you, we would have found some other way to complete it. It could be done. You know, but here we are. We finished it. Let's not bitch about it. Let's just get on with it, you know. But that's how we chose to do it. And you know what makes all of this pure, you know what makes this right? Because not only have we rescued an entire, many races of beings, I mean, you know, whole interplanetary realms and then some, we've brought them back to life, but we've also created an energy that will not allow anything to die again. It just doesn't happen. I mean, in other words, none can pull away from the truth. We can only grow from the truth, which is love, which is mother's love, with father inside, of course. There is a reunion going on, a harmony of heart such as you've never seen. Inside of yourself. That's the next stage, the next level. The reharmonization of the heart. And this prepares us for what is to come, our gift to ourselves. See, we're completing ourselves in stages here on the Coyote Medicine Show. And you will forgive me if I don't reveal everything all at once, because I can't. Not good for you. So we just go through it in steps and stages here, and then the reality just shows itself. It's really simple. We develop it. We are the prisoners that set ourselves free. Beautiful, beautiful dichotomy. Always is, babies. Right here on the Coyote Medicine Show, only on the Hazy Radio Network. The thing that makes us pure throughout, and besides the fact that we were somewhat manipulated and controlled and directly mind controlled, and we were subject to a scientific experiment at such horrible levels, it would make the Nazis look like, you know, children playing in the sandbox or something. I mean, come on, it was like wild stuff, kids. And brutality beyond comprehension, you know, psychological shock that could touch a soul so bad the spirit would get tainted by it. I mean, I'm telling you, it was some powerful, badass stuff. But we designed that. It's a powerful test for us, you know. And what did it prove to ourselves? The elegance, the beauty of our heart, our ability to endure the worst kind of things and still be a loving person, to lose everything we ever had, to watch it just, you know, blast apart before our eyes, every bit of it, and be okay with that. Come back, you know, I mean, you're going to go through your sadness and shit, but come back with a happy heart and dig your way out of the grave. You survived it. These that died blessed you. You came through. I mean, we learned so much from the horror of war. That's why we allowed it to be imposed on us. It got out of hand and went a lot further than we ever intended. It always seems to do that one way or another. I tell you, as gods, we're babies, man. We make mistakes, you know, we're babies. But they aren't mistakes, they're just directions we need to learn something in. And when we learn it, we pull back and say, wow, we won't do that again. You see, so it's not a mistake. It's a great lesson in love and life and learning and growing. And babies, aren't you glad we don't really have to wear diapers? I couldn't stand it. I'd be done with life, man, if I had to wear diapers, man. I'd just say no. Take me home. Scotty, enough. Beam me up. That's what I would do. And hell, you sit there and make rules for yourself like that, and the next day something happens. It's like, uh-oh. Well, let's hope that don't happen to this old man. Not ever, baby. Or you, or anybody else we know either. Those kind of days are over too. So that's just from wearing themselves down. That's just from being, you know, you've had enough, and you just go there. Oh, don't be bad. You had enough, you just go there, and there it is. And you do it, and you're through it. See? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? And the old world just keeps going round and round, and everything just keeps going upside down and backwards and forwards and inside out. And baby, it's just about the time you think you got it, then you got to figure it out once again, because it just went wild on you. The equations never seem to end, because they add up just right, and then they never add up again. Gosh, there ought to be a law. You see, babies, it's been such a wild ride, and we have so many built-in parameters we're going to have to walk our way of getting out of. But babies, we're released, we're healed. At least we have a very humble and beautiful beginning here. You know, we're finally in those stages where life can really become, wow, even more of a beautiful place of being. You know, like I say, does it get any better than this? Oh, hell yeah. This is grand, baby. This is the best. And, you know, if it ends right here, we did great. But, oh, yeah, it gets better and better and better and better. You know, it never ends, babies. You see, once you step in, because you're creation, you made this turn, you made this choice. You made the choice for that one, too. And blamed it on everybody else. We got over that one too. It's all in us to do this right, babies. And you know, we love the aid and assistance of all of the family in and outside of us and all over the place throughout the universe. Oh, guys, I know you're listening and hearing, and I really say from my heart, thank you. Again and again and again. You know, even those that are just leaving now, thank you. We learn so greatly from you. We know how aberrations occur, and they won't happen in this way ever again. We're through with that experience, and bless us all, man. Finally, we brought everyone to peace about it. Everyone. The entire universe can breathe a long sigh of relief now. The worst of it is over. The rest of it is a slippery slope right down into the finest little paradise you ever could have dreamed for yourself. Oh, babies. I think it's called Joe's Bar and Grill, and it's at. They got palm trees, baby, and they serve drinks and hollowed out pineapples and coconuts and stuff. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? It's fancy. I know it's in Siberia, but oh well, you don't have to go outside. Oh, life is a crazy and silly place to be in, but ain't we happy to be in it, babies? Ain't we rocking down tonight? Isn't the heart so light that, boy, baby, it didn't just take flight, it took everything else with it. It's flying high tonight, baby. Right here on the Coyote Medicine Show. Only on the Hazy Radio Network. Only there in your heart, too, baby. Yeah, that's where we land. Comes through your ears, right to your heart. Comes from the vibrations around in the air around you, too, babies. Right to your heart. That's Coyote Medicine through and through. It never comes in ways you'd expect, but it always does what it's here to do. That's tricky, all right. Yes, indeed it is. But you sure can't see that as anything threatening, babies. It's how we live. The Coyote Medicine Show, a healthy production for you, is broadcast every night here, man, from midnight to 5 a.m. Eastern Time, and again at 4 to 7 p.m. in the afternoon on the Hazy Radio Network. You know, the rockinest network around, the finest hearts you've ever found, the sweetest people that ever walked on feet, just like you are, babe. Thanks for being here, babies. We're still rocking, man. We still got another couple hours to roll here. We still got a little buffalo medicine to go, and just a whole lot of fun going on tonight here on the Coyote Medicine Show, where you can only do one thing: get it right, babies. Yeah, get in flight, get it right. You know, kick back, relax. I think the pilot's drunk, so we'll be on autopilot for the next 12 hours till he can legally return to duty. Don't worry, this plane knows how to fly itself really good. In fact, it's much better than the pilot ever dreamed of being. Ain't this so 2001-ish? My goodness. No wonder we use that theme at the front end of the program. Boom, boom, boom. You know, but first you get the bass. Boom, you know, that's what 2001's about, completion. 2014 is completion, babies. We're on. I love you. It's a great medicine show. And you guys know which way it is that you glow and how it is. Oh, I mean, you're just so beautiful. Just beautiful. Now, you know, a little blast from the past here. You know, we got to go back and visit old El Paso and remember some of the old ways and the genteel natures and the happy little codes of the West built into it. Oh, yeah, there you are, babies. Here comes, you know, oh, well, I'll just let you live it. Here goes. I love you, babies. We are getting it right tonight here on Coyote Medicine Show. Yes, indeed.